To start things off, we're going to work from the closed guard. I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite techniques from there and some of the nice variations and combinations I like to do off of it. This technique I actually learned from my good friend, actually he's like my brother, my best training partner ever, Xande Ribeiro. I learned this quite a long time ago, about a decade ago. At that time it was still a pretty new technique. It's kind of like a variation to a pendulum sweep or a flower sweep. And Xande, Professor Xande is very, very strong with this technique, and he actually used it right after he showed it to me. He actually used it in competition to defeat Marcelo Garcia in Brazil back in 2004. So you know, this technique is very strong, works very, very well, and has some nice combinations that we can do off of it. So let's get started. So we're in the closed guard. First thing I want you to do is look for some of my grips, okay? First thing I want to do is look to control his sleeve, and when I control his sleeve, I like to get at the seam and kind of wrap my fingers in and use my knuckles a little bit like a fist to keep his arm turned to the inside to make it hard for him to base, okay? If I just grip like this at the sleeve, he can still turn and use his hand for base, exactly. So I want to kind of roll my fingers in and then use my fist to just kind of block his arm so his hand can't base, all right? Now with my other hand, I'm going to get control of his pants below his knee, right around his calf and shin area, okay, just like that. Now, once I get these grips, I can put my foot down. I'm going to put my foot down on the same side where I'm controlling his sleeve. So I'm going to bring my left foot down, and I'm going to keep it tight right next to his legs, okay, or his leg there, so he can't post and base with his foot. Now from here, I'm going to use that foot on the mat just to slightly twist my hip, okay? This will help me for my next step to make my kick exactly at the angle where I need it to be, all right? So I have my grips, my foot's on the mat. Usually at this time, this is a little bit of a bait. I'm kind of waiting for him to want to reach back and maybe push on my knee and start to, you know, really start his passing, okay? I like to wait for that moment because everyone kind of sits up for a second and makes it easy for us to get a big kick, all right? So right as he's moving up, my leg is going to go, and I'm going to go at kind of a diagonal angle here, right into his armpit, kicking him, bringing him forward, and at the same time I'm starting to pull his pants up to my ear, okay? Now all I'm going to do is follow him, continuing with my kick, and using my elbow here to help me explode up and take the mount position, all right? Let's look at it from the side. So here he's in my guard. Start getting my grips. First one on the sleeve, other hand down on the bottom half of his pants, okay? Now I put my foot down. You see how I'm right next to his leg there, so I don't give him the room to post his foot up for base, okay? So my leg is right there. Now I just twist my hip real slightly. As soon as I feel like he's coming up, my leg's going to kick right into the armpit here. You see how I pull his leg up to my head at the same time. All right? I'm already following him up using my elbow, and now I drive all the way to the mount position. Okay, other side. So again, 1, 2, you notice where my grip is, okay, right there on the bottom. All right, turn that arm in. Foot down, we twist our hip just a little bit. Big kick, pull that leg to your ear, drive up, and take the mount position. So this is a very strong sweep. It'll be a big score with the mount on top of the sweep, so that'll be 6 points. Really good way to kind of, you know, check the guy's base and try for something that's very low risk to open up the game.